Hey guys, this is Chris Shehan, or Joe Rules if you follow me on DeviantArt or Twitter. I'm going to be doing a 1 hour speed paint today, and I pre-recorded it and compressed the video into about 7 minutes. So let's get started. Alright, I used a random topic generator to generate my speed paint topic, and it gave me a cable train dances with a noble in a night exterior, and it's really random. I'll put a link to the generator down below. It's really helpful for speed painting. So here I'm just trying to figure out my composition. Just real quick sketching. Want to see, a good camera angle, what I want going on in that picture. Now I'm laying down some colors. I do this really quick just to kind of get a basic color palette that I want, just to see what looks good. It's really soft, and I start blocking in colors over my layout, and I just pick colors that I think might work together, colors from my head, because sometimes some colors don't really fit very well. And I'm also keeping values in mind, and lighting. Lighting decides, how the values work. I'm using this special brush. It's a tree brush. It just makes things faster because this is just a speed paint. This isn't any sort of finalized illustration. This is basically just sketching. It's kind of a warm-up, and it's just a way to get my ideas across pretty quick. So now I'm filling in the noble. When I think of noble, I think of like a knight or some sort of knight or musketeer or something. So I'm giving him armor and a sword, and I didn't really take the dancing part literally. I kind of have it almost like they're playing chicken, like he doesn't realize that's just a train. I don't know, I mean, you don't really have to think of any sort of specific story for the topic. It's just, I'm just doing what came to my head. Putting in a light on the front of the train. This will make the train stand out as well as the night in the foreground. And I'm darkening around the back end of the train. Then that just brings the eye where it should go, where you want people to look mainly, and that's right here in the foreground where the light is, where the train is, where the night is. You're not going to be looking on the right of the image very much because it's going to be darker back there. And I want the eye where the action is, and that's right up in the front where the train's about to hit the night. And now I'm putting in some sparks. I used a special spatter brush, and I wanted it to seem like maybe the train was putting on its brakes. It saw this night in the middle of the road, or in the middle of the train tracks, and it's trying to put on its brakes really fast, and that's causing a bunch of sparks. I really don't even know how trains work, but I just thought that would look cool, and that's really what it's all about, just something visual. It doesn't have to be a real world. I mean, why would this ever happen in the real world? But now I'm adding windows and buildings, windows to the buildings behind the trees. Like there's a city in the background. Maybe that's where the train came from. I don't know. That's just real quick, and those windows were just special patterns, nothing major. I'm refining his cape little more. Looked a little too sketchy. And it doesn't really matter. You don't need to really detail anything too much. During my speed paints, I don't really go in and detail anything. I stay zoomed out. I just keep it sketchy. It's just loose. It's a warm-up, not any finalized image. I added a special zoom blur to the train just to make it look more like it was moving fast towards this night. And I added more sparks to the cable because it's a cable train. It's attached to a wire. That's what's powering it. Just adding more details. Using the color palette I laid out in the beginning. I like to use colors that are already in the palette. Like I like to use colors more than once. So if I have like that yellow sparks, I like to put them somewhere else in the picture. The green light inside the train, I put it in the background in the city. It's a compositional technique, so there's not. It just makes it easier to read. Just a kind of a minimal color palette, and I'm adding texture. I like textures. Not all the time, but I like it gives the image more of a real kind of feel to it. Gives it a little bit of tooth, like as if it was painted on paper. Sorry, the video is a little messed up. It moved up into the corner. I don't know why it did that. I don't use this software very much. Now I'm adding a lens flare. I like to make things really cinematic, like as if this was actual camera shot. So I like to add things like lens flares and things like that, so it looks like there's action going on, blurs, and so that's the final image. Hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, just comment. Thanks.